Hello, welcome to Unleashed. This is a series where we record 2 hours of a game and tell you 6 features that you'll discover when beginning the game. Today's game is Viewfinder, and I absolutely love puzzle games, which this is. However, puzzle games fall into a trap along with horror games and first-person shooters, and that is that they can get very easily repetitive. Now, I can forgive first-person shooters because, you're shooting guns. It's a repetitive thing. It's not about shooting, it's about the different style of guns that you'll be using in the game. So normally when you play a first-person shooter, you'll be doing the same thing, but you'll be doing it in a factor of you'll be using different types of weapons as you play it. So you might use a pistol on one level, and then maybe you use a rocket launcher on the next. If you want to play a horror, however, this falls into the trap of the more you play it, the game becomes less scary, which takes away the element when playing the game of it being a horror, which is kind of sort of the point of the game in the first place. Now, when it comes to puzzle games, if you're doing the same thing over and over, and if it's easy, there's less challenge in the game, which is sort of the point if you want to play the game in the first place. This equals out to the game becoming very boring very easily, which is why my favorite puzzle games end up being games like Superliminal, Portal 2, and We Were Here Too. My manager will probably hate me for saying that, but this game isn't about We Were Here Too. It's about Viewfinder, and 6 things you'll discover when playing the game. Let's begin. One of the first things you'll immediately discover when playing the game is the rewind button. The rewind button will allow you to rewind back to a point of your choosing. At first, I thought there was a limit on this, but it turns out you can use this as much as you want, and you can rewind it all the way back to the beginning of that level. Which means if at first you don't succeed, you can try again. As many times as you would like. The next thing that you'll discover is altering reality. See, if you have a picture in your hand, and you place that picture wherever you want it to go, that picture then will become alive. I will mention that this particular game, that it's a bit different from Superliminal, because on Superliminal, when you see things, you can change the size of things. In this game, when you place a picture down and then you make that reality come alive, things will be the same size as they always will be. So for example, that machine, see right there in front of me, that will always be a particular size. So you're not going to make giant versions of things or small versions of things. Where this game gets really fun is the fact that you can place pictures anywhere you like. So, for example, if you want this image to go below you, you can, and you'll probably fall through the image instead of walking through it. I'm not going to explain what these machines are. These are teleporters that proceed you to the next level, as you see just there. But what we will talk about is the power situation. So, some teleporters require power, and what you need to do to power it is to place these batteries on the floor just here inside this square. As you can see, there's 3 lights on the side of here, so you'll need 3 batteries to power those 3 lights. That'll make the teleporter work and allow you to proceed to the next level. Batteries can be hidden inside photos at any point. So place the photos down to create reality and then pick the batteries up, and then you can use the batteries to power these machines. Once powered, place all the batteries down on the floor, not like that, like this, and that will give you enough power to proceed to the next area. One thing that you will also find very interesting, and it's right away on the next level, is the rotation of photographs. So, if you have a photograph and it's upside down, you can rotate that photograph so it's the right way up. One of the more interesting things that you'll discover in this game is this camera. Once you unlock the camera, you'll be able to take photos of objects, and then you'll be able to use the printout of those photos to literally create duplicates of whatever you've taken pictures of. So, for example, if you want more than one battery, take a picture of the battery, twist over the photo, and then drop another battery on top. And then you've got 2 batteries. If you want 4 batteries, you can do the same thing again, twist it over, and now 2 more batteries will duplicate. Now there's 4 batteries on the pedestal, and you've done hardly any work whatsoever. And that will power the teleporter and allow you to go through to the next area. Super simple, handy way of using the camera. Now, you've kind of got to be a bit more direct with the camera because the camera is only limited to a certain amount of photos. So, for example, this level here, you're only limited to 5 photos. So be careful what you take a picture of because you can't just take loads and loads of pictures. Otherwise, that would make the game way too easy. And just while I add, there is no fall damage in this game. So if you fall, you're not going to get hurt. Which means if you want to fall and take a picture of the whole entire map from the bottom, you can. You can literally just fall, take a picture, and then replace that picture underneath you, and you can get a duplicate of the whole entire map. And the last thing I'll finish off with is illusions. Illusions are fun, but they're really kind of annoying when you don't realize that they're there, and then that they're there. So, for example, there's no stairs here from this angle, but if you twist angle and you move to a different position, the stairs will then appear in a weird way. This happens a few times, especially in this particular level, where you see the exit and then you walk to the exit, as you would think, and then it turns into a weird wall. I do not like this. This is horrible when I'm trying to get to the exit. And there's things here like, for example, this leap of faith. So if I fall off normally, I'll probably just fall to the ground. But if I take a leap of faith and I try to make that jump, just watch what happens. A pillar gets created and I am able to move across to the other side. So yes, this game is a puzzle game, but the uniqueness about this game is it kind of alters reality with photographs, cameras, and just by looking at things a different way. It's a great game, but is it your style? That's completely up to you. I think it's really cleverly made how it's done. Now, whether it's your style or not, I hope you get a gist of what the game is. I think it's really clever, and if you haven't checked this game out and you like puzzles, it's definitely worth considering. If you are interested, however, the prices are on screen for you right now, and all the links to this game are in the description down below. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on another Jump Inside video. Please don't forget to like and give me a comment if you've got a puzzle game that you think that might be good. So, I will see you guys on another Jump Inside video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.